Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome to United South High School. My name is Adriana Ramirez and I am so happy to be here. It gives me great pleasure to welcome everyone to our League of Legends Distinguished Alumni Program. Today is truly special and it's a privilege to celebrate the accomplishments of our honorees, their distinctions which have made our school and our district very proud. At this time, I would like to ask everyone to rise for the presentation of colors by our Marine Junior ROTC, followed by the national anthem performed by Haley Gonzalez, the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge, and a moment of silence recited by Student Council President Destiny Escobar.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated.
Before we begin our ceremony, it gives me great pleasure to introduce some of our special guests today When I call your name, could you please stand and be recognized? Joining us this morning, we have Mrs. Cristina Cabello, Executive Director of Instructional Accountability. Ms. Cynthia Ramirez, Executive Director of Middle Schools. Mrs. Cindy Rodriguez, Executive Director of Elementary Education. Mr. Hector Perez, Assistant Superintendent for Technology. Mrs. Dolores Barrera, Principal. Mr. Sene Coroma, Dean of the Magnet. Mr. Robert Burrier, Early College Dean. And our United South High School Administration. Our League of Legends committee members, we have Ms. Veronica Tijerina and Raul Treviño. Our senior class sponsors, Ms. Kristen Olaya and Ms. Samantha Avasta. At this time, we also want to give a welcome to our school faculty and staff that are joining us today. Will you all stand and be recognized? Thank you. Today we are honoring individuals who were inducted into the UISD League of Legends Distinguished Alumni Program. It gives us great joy to recognize them at their alma mater. However, what exactly is a League of Legends Distinguished Alumni Award? What have these individuals done to deserve this coveted recognition? And how can you, students, also be one of the future honorees? Well, to be a United ISD League of Legends Distinguished Alumni, you must have distinguishable traits in the following areas: citizenship, responsibility, respect, and trustworthiness. You must also have a sense of responsibility to the community that you serve and have outstanding performance in your chosen career field. Now, each of these individuals has done all of this and more. Therefore, I ask everyone to please give them your full attention and as we recognize their achievements. So, once again, help me welcome our League of Legends honorees. At this time, our United South High School cheerleaders, under the direction of Ms. Ana Ruiz, will perform a cheer for our Panther Legends.
The United South Panther Cheerleader.
Thank you, cheerleaders. At this time, I would like to call on our United South High School students for the introduction of our Panther Legends. First, we have Ms. Gabriela Vélez, Class of 2023 President. She will introduce our first Panther Legend, Raúl Reyes.
Good morning. I'm Gabriela Beliz, the Class of 2023 President. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our first Panther legend, Mr. Raúl Reyes. Mr. Reyes is a Class of 2001 graduate of United South High School. Mr. Reyes was sworn in as a Webb County Treasurer for his second four-year term on January 5th, 2023. Prior to being elected County Treasurer, he served 14 years as mayor of the city of El Cenizo, Texas. He was elected at the age of 21, making him the youngest elected mayor in Texas and the youngest Latino mayor in the United States. Mr. Reyes graduated from Texas A&M International University with a bachelor's in business administration and a master's in public administration. Mr. Reyes is a dedicated and skilled business and public management professional. Some of his most notable community and infrastructure improvement projects during his time as mayor included working with the county government to pave all Encinizo city streets, ensure water and sewer connections to every household, and installing much-needed public lighting on county roads. He was instrumental in the construction of the first fire station, the creation of the police department, municipal court, and the construction of the city's first municipal park and public library. Mr. Reyes collaborated in securing more than $6 million of local, state, and federal funding. As the county treasurer, Mr. Reyes serves as the county's investment officer, fully trained and equipped to invest county financial resources in accordance with the Texas Public Funds Investment, and is a member of TAC's County Investment Academy. During his first term in office, Mr. Reyes has streamlined the operation of the Treasurer's Office and has made it more accessible to other county departments and vendors. In the summer of 2019, Mr. Reyes launched his financial management workshop for students across the county and is working towards providing it to all school seniors in all 7 high schools in the fall of 2023. The workshops are catered towards teaching students the different types of currency and its value and how to start saving money. Mr. Reyes also instituted free notary services to Webb County residents conducting business, and the county, and since its commencement in 2019, has provided over 800 free notarizations. Mr. Reyes is an active member of Laredo Webb County community and serves on numerous boards and committees. His most memorable experience was having been invited by the United States Department of State to represent the country in the African continent and serve as a motivational and inspirational speaker to the young adults in Lusaka, Zambia. Please help me welcome Mr. Raúl Reyes.
Thank you. My goodness, I can't believe it's been 22 years since I was last here, pretty much where you're seated. And, you know, I am so thankful to United South High School, in particular, the Academy of Global Business and Advanced Technology, for having paved the way not only for my passion, but also for my educational endeavors. And if there's one thing that I'd like for all of you here to take away from my experience in high school is no matter how dark it may be, no matter how many challenges you are currently facing, whether it be educational or at home, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. And I am proof of that. Especially because during high school they weren't the best years for me, but high school was really what molded me into finding my passion towards serving my community at such a young age. And if it weren't for having grown up on the dirt streets of El Cenizo, coming to school with muddy shoes and being made fun of where I came from and how we lived, that I don't think I'd be standing here today with the many accomplishments that the people of my community have bestowed upon me. At the end of the day, I never forget who I am, where I come from, and the people who I represent. It has been a true honor and a very humbling experience to serve you and your family as county treasurer for these past 4 years. And in this new term that I just started, January 5th, 2023, I look forward to my continued community involvement, ensuring that I continue to represent you, your family, and all of Webb County with integrity, professionalism, and accountability, but also engaging in productive conversations to ensure that we provide more opportunities, the tools and resources for our young population to succeed, to get ahead and stay ahead. So to the League of Legends Committee, thank you so much for this honor. I take it to heart, and it's true what they say, no matter where life takes you, whether it's here locally, giving back, engaging in your profession, so passionate, or maybe outside of Laredo or another state or another country, once a Panther, always a Panther. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Students, we now call on Ms. Destiny Escobar, Student Council President, who will introduce our second Panther legend, Alex Cano.
Good morning. I will be introducing you to Ms. Alejandra Cano. Ms. Cano is a 2007 graduate of United South High School. Known as Alex, she graduated from the Academy of Global Business and Advanced Technology Magnet program. While at United South High School, she was part of several school organizations that allowed her to raise money and funds to help underprivileged children in our community. She took part in UIL Prose and Poetry team and plays in the regional competitions. Alex graduated from Texas A&M International University with a bachelor's in art. She worked for 5 years at a local radio station, ran her own show, and while on air, helped local organizations like the South Texas Food Bank with donation drives. Alex took the leap into TV news and began her career in journalism at KGNS. Moving up the ranks and eventually reporting on camera, she later went to Central Texas at KWTX, where she continued reporting and was later sent to Austin to report on the Texas legislative session. Alex takes great pride in mentoring new journalists. One of her biggest accomplishments has been helping people in the community by telling their stories and in turn, get them the help that they need in the community. She has reported in over 1,000 stories in a span of only 10 years. She has reported from the border and several military installations that include Fort Hood and Camp Pendleton. Her passion to highlight our heroes led her to create a bi-weekly series called Hometown Heroes that aired only on KGNS. She reported on active military members, veterans, first responders, and those who have greatly impacted our community and continue to make a difference. She is now the Assistant News Director for KGNS and has stepped away from reporting. However, she continues to mentor a new generation of reporters who strive to make a difference. Please help me welcome Ms. Alex Cano.
Thank you so much, and it is a pride and an accomplishment to be back after 17 years. So I've accepted and I've learned to accept failures, own up to my mistakes, and try again. So I didn't come from a lot of money, nor did I come from people that knew or had connections, but I decided I wanted to go to college, and I worked my way up. And I'm here to tell you guys today that even of all the accomplishments and all the things that I've been able to accomplish over the years, the obstacles are the ones that I remember the most. And so don't be afraid to fail, don't be afraid to try. And I know that sometimes we get it into our heads what other people think, but in the end, it should just be what we feel and making ourselves comfortable in doing things that we want to do. I knew that I wanted to do whatever I put my mind to, and I wanted to make my family and parents proud. But also I wanted to go out in the world and accomplish different things. So I'm here to tell you to learn from your mistakes, to obviously go out and do as much as you can and explore the world, and obviously come back home, because 17 years ago, we didn't have a lot of things that we have now, well, at least for me, and Laredo is growing so greatly, and there's a lot of things to do here that we didn't have before. So I learned that I had the power to change my destiny, and over time, even the failures that I had, I learned to get up. I was told that I didn't have the voice to be on radio, I didn't have the looks to be on TV, I didn't have the writing skills, but I decided to work really hard and get to where I'm at, and I've been able to accomplish all of those things. So for those people that tell you you can do them. And I also have learned that although I have failed so many times in the past, again, 17 years, I've cried like we all do, and social media played a big part in my career as well, to be able to get my stories out there and be able to pitch my career to other agencies. It also was a hinder. But I learned to be able to learn from the criticism, not take it to heart, and the people that matter the most are your friends and your family. And I just really want you guys to do as much as you can right now, and then obviously if you want to come back home, you can. But this is a famous quote that I'm so glad that I was able to learn over time. If it says, let me see, I'm sorry. There's a famous quote that I actually did write down. It says, "I have not failed, I just found 10,000 ways it didn't work." It was a Thomas Edison famous quote. And I promise you that, again, if things don't pan out, if the first initial career goal that you have and your first degree doesn't pan out, keep on going. You know, don't give up. Don't quit. I started out as a business administration. I wanted to do a business administration over time. I changed to communication. So you'll find your path as you go along, and I hope you guys do too. And the future's exciting. You guys know what you're doing. So thank you so much for the recognition, and thanks to United South High School, because I would not be where I am today without this school, without my administrators, for a lot of teachers who really genuinely believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. So thank you.
And next we have Sofia Rodriguez, UIL President, who will introduce our third Panther legend, Ms. Cindy Bautista.
Good morning. I will be introducing Ms. Cindy Bautista today. Ms. Bautista is a 2006 graduate of United South High School. She served as Student Council Treasurer and graduated with honors. While at United South High School, she was a 4-year Letterman athlete and was honored as first and second team All-District in basketball, volleyball, track, and soccer. In cross country, she qualified for regionals her junior year in high school. Ms. Bautista was one of the recipients of the IBC scholarship, which allowed her to pursue a degree at Texas A&M International University. She graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Kinesiology and a minor in Special Education. Her parents provided her with the love and skills necessary to succeed in life. They embedded the morals of value, respect, and taught her that everything in life must be earned. She knew life came with challenges, and the only way to overcome them is by pushing forward to meet her goals. Ms. Bautista has had the privilege of being mentored by the best coaches. Cindy Bautista has been working for UISD for the past 8 years as a physical education teacher. Ms. Bautista has been selected Teacher of the Year for 2 years in a row in 2020 and 2021. In October 2022, due to her heroic act, she was honored by United Independent School District board members for saving the life of a fellow teacher. She is also the creator of No One Fights Alone for her school. This campaign collects funds annually for cancer warriors. Please help me welcome Ms. Cindy Bautista.
Taller than me. Good morning, Panthers. It's a great honor to be here this morning with you guys to share this special moment. I want to start out by thanking your principal, her admin team, all the personnel, custodians behind this beautiful ceremony that was set up for us this morning. I want to thank my nominator, Coach Maria Sandoval. Thank you, Coach, for always believing in me. To my wife, for always being on my side, loving me unconditionally. Thank you. I'm working for UISD as a physical educator for the past 8 years, and I couldn't have done it without a lot of leaders, my coaches, my teachers, and it all started here on this same floor, in that field out there. Back then, let me tell you a little bit. Chris Sandoval, she used to be my volleyball coach. Not only did she coach, but she would show the skills. So she was there throwing herself on the floor, and us as volleyball players, we were just like, we have to step it up. We have to do better than her. You know, she's like triple our age, you know? But it was always that mentality, like her persona, the way she was just driven by the sport. Coach Robert Burrier, my basketball coach, a man with few words, but just by the look, his body language, his demeanor meant a lot. Mr. Karoma, my speech teacher, the way he walked into class with his outfits, his gowns, his level of confidence also impacted me. A lot of teachers, but Maria Sandoval right here, this lady, I remember, and I have to say it, she's a cancer survivor, maybe like a year ago, 2 years ago. And I have this so vividly in my mind, her coaching during her basketball games, going through her chemo, and just seeing the passion, the love that she had. I believe that's what got her through it. So I do want to congratulate you, Coach. Thank you. You are my huge inspiration, as well as all my teachers and coaches. Thank you guys for sharing this moment with me. Thank you guys very much. Go Panthers. Love you guys. Thank you.
Next, we call on Samantha Gutierrez, Magnet President. She will introduce our fourth Panther legend, Ms. Brisa Uvalle.
Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Ms. Brisa Griselda Uvalle. Ms. Uvalle is a proud 2000 graduate of United South High School. She was a member of the National Honor Society. Brisa Uvalle attended Laredo College, where she received an Associate's degree of Science in 2010 and made the Dean's List. In 2014, she attended Texas A&M International University, where she received her Bachelor's of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies and graduated cum laude.
She is certified in bilingual education grades BC through 6. While working on her undergraduate degree, she worked full-time as a certified pharmacy technician for 16 years. In 2021, Brisa Uvalle received her Master's of Library Science and became a certified librarian. Ms. Uvalle currently works as a librarian at Freedom Elementary. After receiving her bachelor's degree, Brisa worked as a second grade teacher at Centeno Elementary for 3 years. In 2017, she became a second grade Pathfinder at Freedom Elementary, where her main responsibilities were to serve as the grade level team leader, took part in the campus leadership team, and assisted in coordinating campus instructional programs. Mrs. Uvalle was part of the faculty that contributed to the campus, receiving an A rating from Texas Education Agency in 2019 and 2021. In 2019, she was selected as Freedom's Golden Apple nominee. The following year, she was voted to represent Freedom Elementary as Educator of the Year. In 2022, she was provided with the opportunity to become a librarian at her current campus. She also served at San Vicente de Paul as a catechist from 2014 to 2018 and is an active member of her parish. Outside of her professional life, Ms. Uvalle enjoys spending time with her husband of 19 years and her 3 children by traveling, watching her son play basketball, reading, and helping her husband run their family business. Please help me welcome Ms. Brisa Uvalle.
Good morning, Mighty Panthers. It seems like yesterday I was walking down these hallways like you all. Little did I know what my life would be like. I never imagined coming back to my alma mater and speaking to you about my life journey and accomplishments. Let me tell you, it's been quite a journey, and I wouldn't change it for anything. Life is exciting and it brings so many trials and hardships. However, it also brings beautiful blessings along the way. I'm not going to tell you it is easy to excel and achieve your successes. However, I am going to tell you that with hard work, dedication, and determination, you will accomplish what you set your mind and goals to. I always knew I wanted to serve my community, and I did for many years as a pharmacy technician. However, my calling was much bigger than I ever imagined. I continued my educational journey with the support of my wonderful husband and children. It was hard. However, I was determined to finish my undergraduate and graduate as a teacher and start servicing children and helping build our future. It didn't take me long to realize I was not only meant to make a difference 20 students at a time. There was a bigger plan for me. I returned to school to pursue my master's degree in library science. I was meant to make a larger impact on our future. I love my job as a librarian, and I'm truly blessed to now contribute to the entire school community and make a difference in the lives of many more students. Remember to always believe in yourself, and what doesn't break you will make you stronger. Lastly, I would like to take a moment to thank Mrs. Stephanie Silva Garcia for nominating me for this award, which has given me the opportunity to be here today and to speak to you about my journey. Mrs. Silva Garcia is a proud principal that leads Freedom Elementary, and it is my pleasure to work alongside her, making a difference in each child's life and contributing to building our future. Good luck, Mighty Bees, on your future endeavors. Good luck, Mighty Panthers, on your future endeavors, and let's keep representing the South with Panther pride.
We're going to say them, right? Yes.
Once again, we call up Ms. Destiny Escobar, Student Council President, as she will introduce our 5th Panther legend Ms. Gabriela Medina.
Good morning. Ms. Medina is a 2011 graduate of United South High School. While at United South High School, she was a proud member of the cross-country team, UIL 1ACT, and was involved in the National Hispanic Honor Society. Ms. Medina received a scholarship to attend the University of Incarnate Word in San Antonio, Texas. She earned a spot in the Golden Key International Honor Society based on her academics, leadership, and her service. She graduated with her bachelor's degree in psychology with a minor in criminal justice and sociology. During her time at the University of Incarnate Word, she interned at Kerrville State Hospital in Kerrville, Texas, under a psychiatrist who served people who had been acquitted of a criminal offense and committed by a court to receive inpatient mental health services. After her internship at Kerrville State Hospital, she became a psychiatric assistant at a psychiatric ICU in San Antonio, Texas. Ms. Medina then shifted her career to work with children who are diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. She worked for a company as a registered behavioral therapist and treated children and adolescents who are diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. She then found her passion within the company and is now focusing her studies on leadership and ethics. She is also an operations supervisor for the clinic. She is currently pursuing her master's in business administration and in leadership and change, and she will be graduating in December of 2023. Although she was unable to attend today's ceremony, please give her a round of applause.
Next we have Ian Olmedo, our Mighty Panther Band drum major, who will introduce our sixth Panther legend, Abiel Obregón.
Hello, Panthers. It is with great honor and pleasure that I introduce to you our Panther legend, Abiel A. Obregón. Mr. Obregón graduated from United South High School in 2009. He joined the U.S. Army after graduating to serve his country. In an effort to improve his community, he attended the Texas Department of Public Safety Academy to become a state trooper in the Texas Highway Patrol. He completed a course of training and was subsequently stationed in Laredo, where he protected and served his fellow citizens. He served in the 636th Expeditionary Military Intelligence Battalion of the Texas Army National Guard. His unit recognized his exceptional service with his Multi-Function Team and Human Intelligence Collector Award. His other military awards include the Army Commendation Medal and the Good Conduct Medal. As a Texas DPS trooper, Mr. Obregón has received the Director's Citation and Captain's Award for Criminal Apprehension. He has made significant criminal arrests, including that of the notorious serial killer Juan David Ortiz. Although he's not here, let's go ahead and give him a Panther applause to Mr. Abiel Obregón.
Next we have our Magnet Dean, Mr. Sine Karoma, to introduce our last Panther legend, Lance Corporal Juan Rodrigo Rodriguez Velasco.
Good morning. There are occasions in life when we take great pride, but little or no pleasure at all. And this moment is one such moment. I would like you to join me in giving a hearty, warm round of applause for Mrs. Juana Rodriguez and her daughter Fatima Rodriguez. No amount of words can capture the heroism of your son, Lance Corporal Juan Rodrigo Rodriguez. He displayed courage in service to our nation. As a nation, as a state, as a city, and of course, as a Panther family, we will never forget. Earlier this morning, I met with Mrs. Juana and the daughter Fatima in my office. And Fatima told me that the brother is the only one she had, the only one that she truly had as a family member. And she recounted how they have so much gratitude to our school and the school district for the fact that we have been able to keep the memory of Juan Rodrigo Rodriguez alive. He is one of us. He was a Panther and graduated in 2000. Your son and your brother was very active while he was here at United South High School. He was a member of the junior ROTC, where his passion for the military really expanded. As a high school senior, he became a cadet colonel. For him, being a cadet and wearing the uniform meant a whole lot more than just being a member of the ROTC. For him, it meant that you were part of something much bigger than who you are as an individual. And you did mention that, Fatima, that your brother was someone who really gave himself to other people. It meant that he would be ready to give everything he had for this country. He was so invested in the military, but he was torn in between leaving to go to the Marines and having to leave his dearest mom behind. And because of that, he found a compromise, and that was to enlist in the reserves, which meant he could serve in the military, but at least be able to have some time to be with you as a sister and to be with his dear mom too. He was very active in our community. He was a volunteer for Toys for Tots. He was also a volunteer for Veteran Memorial Wreath and Flag Replacement, and so many other organizations. He was never one to shy away from the call of duty. He was always the first one to volunteer for anything that needs to be done. After the events of 9/11, he knew it was just a matter of time that he would be called upon to serve this great nation of ours. Serve he did. Dutifully, he was in Iraq for approximately 9 months. Always being the one wanting to help. On the fateful night that the Lord called him to rest, he traded places with a fellow Marine to go on guard duty. All he asked for at the time was to borrow a pair of gloves because it was very cold at the time. We listened to Haley earlier on as she sang our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. And there is a line, an excerpt in that says, the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air. These are words that are a reminder of the indelible reminder of the perils of war. There are over 350 million people in this country. Not even 1% of us volunteer to serve in the volunteer army we have. Your son was one of those who gave his life so that we all can be free. We will never forget what he did for our nation. In the words of orator and statesman Edward Everett, to be cold and motionless and breathless. To feel not and speak not, this is not the end of existence to the men who have breathed their spirits in the institutions of this country. To the men who have stamped their character on the pillars of this age. To the men who have poured their heart's blood into the channel of the public prosperity. Can you still see them? Can you still see Juan? The blood of his gallant heart pouring over the field of honor, with the rose of heaven upon his cheek, the fire of liberty that we all enjoy in his eye. Cold in the dust the perished heart may lie, but that which warmed it once can never die. And today, we want to let you know that we will not forget Mr. Juan Rodriguez. In our hearts, Lance Corporal Rodriguez shall live on. As a community, as United South High School, on behalf of our principal, Mrs. Barrera, we express our profound gratitude for the bravery of your son and his service to our nation. I met with you and I said that my only regret is perhaps some of the things that I had to say today may not come across because of the language barrier. And I did tell you, Fatima, that I will give you a copy of this so that you can tell your mom what was being said about her dear son. But in closing, I want to try as best as I can to say these words in Spanish. Como la comunidad que somos y en nombre de nuestra directora Mrs. Barrera, expresamos nuestra sincera gratitud por la valentía de su hijo y el servicio a nuestra nación. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
I just want to say thank you to every single one of you that are here, to the committee, to y'all's memory, my brother, the way that you remember him. It's just beyond me. I'm incredibly thankful and honored to be receiving with my mom this, because as it was mentioned, he was my only brother. He was my big brother, and I always looked up to him. And just one thing I would say is, be yourself, live a day at a time, embrace the people that are around you, because you just never know. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before we move on, I want to thank all our student representatives for doing a wonderful job of introducing each of our Panther legends. At this time, we do have our Silver Steppers who will be performing the routine under the direction of Miss Griselda Dosal. The girls Thank you, Silver Steppers. That was one of the routines they took to the regional competition where they earned first place. So congratulations, girls. At this time, guys, I just want I want to thank you for your attention. We are so proud to have our alumni here. We appreciate their time and the words that they came to share with all of you. And I want you all to know that everything that you all do at United South High School, everything that you do while you are here is preparing you for your future. And we hope that one day you can be here, you can have the opportunity to come back to your campus, to your school to talk to students, as our guests have done today. You all just remember that as you learn, you grow, and you're gonna go out and have the opportunity to make a difference as well. So congratulations to our honored guests. We are so proud to have every single one of you here with us today. At this time, I ask our Mighty Panther Band to play our fight song, followed by our alma mater. And as they play the fight song, if our guests could come up for pictures, and if we could have our guests that are here with us today come up for pictures as well. Thank you. Students,
I put your phone right here.
thank you.
You look great.
Last time you didn't be here with these babies, so feel it. Look around.
To our Panther Legends, we're going to go ahead and escort you all to different classrooms so you'll have a moment to share with the students. And then you'll join us again at the library. Students over here, we will take turns calling you all out by sections. Thank you once again for your attention.